No,
Dude.
get out of here, OBS. I'm ruining my life right now. There we go. Oh man, it just went to just Nathan.
Oh,
Oh,
look at that.
All right. Hello. Welcome
Hilarious.
to the fourth episode of Barely a Destiny Show, the show where we barely talk about Destiny. Today I've got with me Xanafan711. What's up, Steve? How you doing?
word. Good, good. A little hungover, but good.
Yep. Broke his phone last night. His
Yeah.
brand new Pixel.
Brand new day and a half old Pixel bar hopping in Columbus.
And then what's
Wait,
the kicker?
but in
What's the kicker when you got home from Columbus today?
Oh, my phone case was waiting for me at my front door.
sucks.
We also got Slapshot Scott. How's it going, man?
Going all right. Little groggy today. Wife woke me up at 7:30 and said I want to go to Denny's, and I told her I need another hour. We were up late last night, so
I got up real
Oh,
early
brown
today.
chicken, brown cow.
no, not that. We got that out of the way. My son's doing like week, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Proctor777, my brother
Yes.
Pete. What's up, man? What have you been doing?
Hi. A whole lot of nothing. Just I've been playing Clash and the Destiny, trying out every shotgun I have, which for those of you who don't know is all of them. Um,
Oh yeah, we'll get into
and
that.
yeah, defiantly avoiding sidearms.
me too.
It's hard, man.
shotgun warrior for life.
I still use it.
Um,
I was
And
actually
then-
using Fedor the other day. We can talk about that after introductions, but it's still pretty viable.
then we got our guest today, Nathan Rogers. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, good. I'm good.
Nathan's in the band Sorry Mom. We're going to be listening to that a little later and talking to him about that. But first, let's get this Destiny news out of the way.
All right.
There is no news.
Not really.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Small fixes coming.
Yeah, small fixes. Who cares? Go listen to DCP or Planet Destiny or something like that if you want those changes. If you're listening to us, you probably already know. I guess in other game news, Mass Effect Andromeda is about to come out,
What up?
and Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah, I'm actually psyched about that.
I'm really psyched about Horizon. It looks so good.
Yeah, it's like a ton of fun. Like what Far Cry Primal would be like if it was fun.
Yeah.
That's funny. I've had a couple people recommend Far Cry to me. They're like, "You'd really like that," and I asked them like, "What's it about?" They tell me, I'm like, "That doesn't really sound like something I'd be into."
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
like
I
it gets
enjoyed
real
it.
boring.
That's the thing. Yeah, it's good for like 6 hours, and then you're doing the same thing forever.
Yeah. It gets a little boring. Who has a missile silo going past them?
Is that an airplane?
What? No, that's just traffic on Aqueduct. Here, let me remedy that briefly.
I was like, thanks, man. That's going to be great to edit, even though I probably won't edit it. I don't know. The only other video game thing is I beat Resident Evil 7 today. That was pretty
Nice.
fun.
Nice. How was that?
It was fun. My fiance and I like to play that. She kind of bugged me about it. She was like, "Hey, are you gonna play Resident Evil? You gonna play Resident Evil?" And then when we played it last night, she's like, "I feel like we haven't played this in so long." I was like, "It's been 2 days." It's like, give me a break, woman. I hate scary movies, so I can't deal with that.
Really? That's funny.
Walking down the corners when somebody pops out, I'm like, I'll know that somebody's gonna come out, and I'm like, no, I'm just not gonna do it. I'm just gonna sit here. Screw you.
That was one of the first games actually that legitimately scared me. I think I was like 14 at my parents' house playing it, and it was later on at night. And that the first Resident Evil where the dogs jump through the windows.
Oh yeah.
I'm sitting there with like the shotgun walking in the hallway, and all of a sudden there's this crash, and I'm like, "Holy crap! What was that?" And then it was the dogs chasing you.
Yeah, the first time I played that game, I was like, I don't know, 19 or 20, and we were playing the remaster on GameCube, and we didn't know that
Right.
if you don't burn the bodies, they come back. So we just open a door, and one of those
Shit.
dudes comes tearing after us, and we just fucking screamed. Oh, the game is
Yeah.
pretty. It's got some jump scares in it.
I don't know. Still nothing more terrifying than the PTSD demo.
PT, just PT.
PT. Sorry. Whatever.
PT.
That gave me PTSD.
Dude, honestly, I think Resident Evil 7 kind of feels like that. There's some like really creepy stuff.
I have not gotten a chance to play it. I don't have the money to shell out for VR.
It's not only VR.
I know, but it kind of is.
Dude, I couldn't imagine playing in VR. Like, people, like, grab your face the whole time in that game. Ugh.
I imagine that's the point.
Yeah, it's very jump scary.
All right.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I don't know. You guys, anybody been playing anything other than Destiny? Nathan, you been playing any games?
No, not really.
Nothing
Destiny.
worth mentioning here.
I've been
Downloaded
trying to help.
Smite again.
Yeah.
I thought about playing Borderlands, the Handsome Collection, briefly, and then I realized it was going to take time away from Destiny. And I'm like, the Destiny disc is already loaded in.
Yeah, I'd have
I'm
to
just going to
check
play
it out.
that.
Yeah, I know how they feel.
Do you guys have any games that you own that you haven't touched?
Yes.
Yes,
Nev-
absolutely.
I still haven't touched Skyrim. It's still in the wrapper.
It's such a
So-
mistake.
Yeah,
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I'm just tied up right now. I still have to finish Final Fantasy and Mass Effect playthrough, so I'm just behind.
I don't think there's any I haven't played at all. I have Life is Strange. I need to finish playing that. I like barely started. It's another one that me and the lady play together. And then the newest Tomb Raider. I played it for like maybe an hour and was just like, I want to play Destiny.
yeah.
Yep.
I borrowed the old Tomb Raider and haven't played it yet.
Yeah, I know. I let you borrow it and it's still just sitting on your desk. Your dresser.
Oh, I also have still in the wrapper for my Xbox 360 Fallout 3.
What's another mistake? Steve doesn't like
Yeah.
Bethesda.
I can top that. I have in my cabinet, still in the wrapper for Xbox 360, the Duke Nukem game that came out a couple of years ago, and
It's like,
I
is that
bought
game
it.
good?
It was like $10 on sale, so I said, "Screw it! I got $10. I'll give it a shot." And I started reading reviews on it. Every single review says, "Do not open it. It will ruin the Duke Nukem franchise for you." And I kind of grew up with that, like playing those games on PC with friends and stuff like that. I was a huge fan of Duke Nukem Time to Kill on PS1, I think it was. So to hear that, I was like, oh man, I don't know. I don't know if I can do that. And right about when I was running out of stuff to do on 360, I upgraded to PS4. When I upgraded to PS4, I bought Star Wars Battlefront. I bought Borderlands: The Handsome Collection, and I also bought. It came with it. It was Destiny, the Taken King, because I got the bundle. I played Star Wars Battlefront for a total of 2 weeks, maybe, and it was like me and my buddy Gray Fox playing the X-wing versus TIE Fighter mode, which was a blast. And we played like the 40-person, 20-on-20 battle mode, which is pretty funny. But once I put in Destiny and loaded that up, it hasn't left the PS4 since.
Oh, man.
So yeah, then that was like February last year. So Borderlands: The Handsome Collection is still hanging out in the cabinet in the wrapper, and I'm gonna get to it eventually because I do love that game. But I've just been playing Destiny since then.
Does the
So,
the handsome
yeah.
Does the Handsome Collection include the pre-sequel?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, very nice.
Which
That's-
I actually have that for 360, and I got halfway through it, and it was one of those games where I'm just like, for some reason, the weapons I needed weren't dropping. Like the weapon quests, they like there's certain bosses you need to beat with like certain elemental weapons. So for the boss I was at, I needed a corrosive weapon, and there was nothing corrosive. I think I had like a pistol, and it wasn't a good pistol. It was like a shitty one. So I'm
Yeah,
sitting there with
how
the
that
boss, and
goes.
I'm trying to like burn him down, and there's nothing. And it's just like, this is awful. I'm gonna stop playing now.
Fair enough. I did enjoy it though, as far as mechanics go, especially
Oh, yeah.
compared to the actual sequel, which was, I don't know, just like an extension to Borderlands.
See, I liked Borderlands 2. That was the one that actually got me into. Like that was one of the first games I purchased when I bought 360 after being on PS2. Because I had played the original again with my buddy Gray Fox at his house, just like passing the controller back and forth, and I was really into it because it was just like this crazy, insane shooter game that seemed to be like funny and there was a hook to it, you know. Like I've played
Oh.
Call of Duty and stuff like that. I was like, this kind of sucks. It's kind of boring. And then you get 12-year-old squeakers talking shit in the lobbies, and I'm just like, I don't need this. I'm too old for this shit.
Right.
So Borderlands really got me going.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd say I'm a huge fan of the style and all that. It's just Borderlands 2, I feel like they didn't do enough to expand upon the series after playing
Right.
the first one.
Cool.
But
I hate
yeah,
Borderlands.
hold on.
I played the first one, got to the end, and was like, "That's the vault. Fuck this game," and I never played it again. That's the only game that I've ever been like. The end was so bad that it ruined everything else about that. Let's go on to our next segment. This is a little game that I like to play. It's called Google This. So the way this game works is I'm going to tell you to type something into Google. You're going to tell me what the suggestion you think I'm looking at is.
All right.
All right, yeah. Let's get our browsers going.
Nathan, is that a cat?
That is a cat.
I love cats.
You have every kind of cat.
Okay.
You just want to hug all of them, but you
See.
can't.
Oh, jeez, Steve.
Can't hug every cat.
All right, I'm going to start you off with what should be an easy one.
Okay.
Why isn't? Ooh, great dead air right there.
Why isn't the sky violet? Excuse me.
Did you think it said
I have-
violent?
I looked real quick. I thought it did say violent. What?
It is if
Uh,
Zeus is
I
up there.
see, why
Oh my god.
why isn't Kevin Love playing?
I got that one too, but I think it's the next one. Why isn't Google working?
I didn't think about how funny it is to Google that.
Yeah.
The Grinch on TV.
Wait,
Oh my
what'd you
gosh.
have?
Why isn't the Grinch on TV? Also, why isn't Taylor Swift on Spotify?
Oh, actually, she has like a big beef with Spotify, and I like
Yeah,
her for that. That's,
I know, but
that's actually pretty cool.
That's what it says.
I like thinking about somebody Googling why isn't the Grinch on TV in like June.
Right?
Uh,
Because it's not.
Come on.
Good one.
Ooh, okay, so this is what I had. Why isn't 11 pronounced 1T1? Like 22, 1T1.
Uh,
I know it's
Okay.
stupid.
good question.
What do I do if?
Oh, this should be good.
Oh man, there's a lot of. Actually,
Got
most
it.
of these are pretty legit things.
Yeah,
What do I do if my dog is choking?
Mm.
I got that one.
What do you
What
do
do
if
I
your dog is
do
choking?
if
don't know.
lost Let me ask my wife. She's a vet tech.
What do I do if how to get out of real life worst case scenarios?
It's like a guide for people that are afraid of being shoved into trunks or something like that. It's got to be.
Mine are all boring. It's what do I do if
Yeah.
I lost my social security card? What do I do if I lost my passport? What do I do if I lost my car title?
Yeah,
It-
I have all three of those in a row. Also,
Nobody's got anything good.
No.
Nah,
I
no
have
boring and grown
What
up.
can you do if your daughter refuses to marry her rapist?
What?
Yeah, you also broke up during
Yeah.
that whole thing. So I
Yeah.
just heard, what do you do, daughter marry rapist?
It
Yep.
says, what
Same.
can you do if your daughter refuses to marry her rapist?
Oh,
Oh my god! Even
whoa.
Wow.
Whoa.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
It's not like funny. I don't know. It is funny, but it's just like, what?
Yeah, it's pretty terrible. Very dark.
Mine was,
Yeah, there's
what
so
do I
many.
do if a ginger kid bites me?
Oh
Jeez,
man.
Pete.
I mean, I didn't put it there. It
It's
just showed up.
Every time
Yeah.
you're on the show, it just gets so dark. I'm out of E. And not like E like ecstasy, just the letter E. Like, I feel like that sounded, I don't know. I was watching Degrassi once, and they kept referring to
What?
it as E. It was
Oh,
stupid.
oh man.
estrogen, and I have a gun.
Yep,
Yeah.
that
that's what I
wins.
got.
Yep.
I'm out of
That's-
estrogen, and I have a gun. Wow,
All
that
right.
one was quick. It never goes that quick. I think I got 2 more. Do you guys want to do 2 more?
Sure.
Yeah.
We got to look for a new segment next week
That's
because
fine.
I only have 2 more total of these.
All right.
Or I just have to start like Googling weird crap all day.
Yeah.
What would happen? I suppose I could just Google any open-ended question like this.
What would happen if there was no moon?
That's probably a Vsauce. Which, if
I've
you haven't
got,
watched Vsauce, they're sweet.
I got, what would happen if Trump wins?
What
Oh,
would happen?
Still.
What would
about-
happen if the sun died?
Probably another Vsauce video.
Yeah. What would happen
What would
if
hap-
nobody voted?
Wait, what?
What would happen if nobody voted?
Trump would win. Oh wait.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, I've got another related one. What would happen if the Earth stopped?
Yeah.
Wow, people wonder a lot of weird things that aren't going to happen.
That and what would happen without the Electoral College? So it's either politics or doomsday.
Well, being that we're barely a Destiny podcast, we're not at all a political podcast, so screw that. What would happen if I hired 2 private investigators to follow each other? I
That's
love
awesome.
thinking about that. It's so good.
That would be amazing.
You'd get spy versus spy.
All right, I got one more. All right, this one's weird. Is it normal?
Um,
Ew. Ew.
Yeah, not gonna read that one.
To eat one?
No, I don't have that one.
Oh God.
I have,
Put a space.
is it normal to have white discharge?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
as
2 weeks in a
That's the
row we've
person.
had discharge on here.
right.
Is it normal to skip a period?
Wow.
No.
I'm
Normal
pretty
to be
sure
a
both of
virgin at
those.
16.
I'm pretty sure those are both pregnancy related.
Hmm.
I know one is.
I mean, to be a virgin at 16 seems like somebody watched American Pie and then felt weird about themselves.
Wait, somebody Googled, is it weird to be a virgin at 16?
That's what it says.
Oh.
No, is it normal to? Well, is it normal to be a virgin at 16?
Oh.
Also, sweat at night.
I have. Gosh. One of these is so gross. I don't even want to tell you guys. It's nasty.
I really want to know, though.
I'll send it to the chat.
Okay.
Mine is it normal to be sexually attracted to numbers?
If you have to ask.
Which one? Like, not all numbers can be sexy.
I feel like 9 or 13.
Mm,
Both of them just kind of look like boobs.
Yeah, I'm kind of into a 3. I like
Yeah.
a 3.
Ooh,
Oh
Maybe.
man.
an 8. If you know what I mean. Some butts.
Yeah.
Let's see. What do you guys want to do next? We got a couple. We got 3 a.m. trash food, which is what do you eat when you're drunk? I guess. We got weird
Huh?
presents we've gotten, or things you used to think were cool but are really lame now. Actually, I have one for that.
Okay.
Okay.
That one.
So when I grew up, I loved Blink 182 a lot. I played drums, so I thought Travis Barker was the coolest dude in the world, and I really wanted a famous Stars and Straps tattoo. And I'm so fucking glad that I don't have that. Like I already have one really terrible tattoo, but it's not famous Stars and Straps.
Yeah. And it's
Yeah,
not that
that's
recognizable.
good for you.
Anybody else have anything for that?
I got
Thought
one.
was cool.
So when I was young, Tamagotchis were hot. They were a lot of fun. And so about a year ago, I downloaded an app that like replicates a Tamagotchi on your phone, and that is just responsibility for no payoff. Is what a Tamagotchi is. It's just like something you have to take care of, and there's no reason to do that.
Okay, so
So-
I actually did the same thing
Terrible.
with the app. And I tried really hard, and I did a really great job taking care of my Tamagotchi, and then it died for literally no reason at all.
I hate
Like the game
idea of
basically
that.
told me, like, your thing died. It was healthy and happy and got enough rest and everything all the time, but it just died.
Because sometimes stuff just happens, and I guess it's a good lesson to teach kids.
I mean, whose idea was it to give little kids a thing that like to teach you that responsibility, but then like the punishment is it dies. Not like it feels sad and you should be sad because you made someone sad. Like, no, you killed it. You're a
Yeah.
murderer. Tamagotchi murderer. It's weird.
Just like a fairly
It's
literal
kind of
digital translation of the egg test from old home ec classes. We have to protect an
Oh
egg.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's actually a very good comparison. Which is hilarious because right about the time that home ec, I think I had one class of that in middle school. Right about that time is when Tamagotchi showed up, and I don't think we did the egg test. So I'm wondering if Tamagotchis replaced the egg test or made it outdated for some reason.
I
Man,
can see
we did a
that.
really sick egg test, but it wasn't the take care of an egg thing. Oh, Steve's screen went black. I think he's dead.
What?
No, he's
hear me?
back.
No, he's working for me.
Our version of the egg test was we threw eggs out of the window on the like third story of our school, and we had to like build a contraption to make the egg not break when it hit the ground.
Yeah, we did that
That's a
too,
valid test. We had that in tech class too.
That was
but
sweet.
we could only use newspaper was all we had, and like scissors and string and glue was it.
Yeah.
Did you try and make a parachute out of
Oh.
newspaper?
Well, I think that was my partner's idea, but I had this idea for a contraption. It's like you enclose it in a nest on both sides, but then you took the newspaper and made rolls on each side of it, like a cardboard tube type deal, you know?
Okay.
Just made that, and it would be like a shock absorber when it hit. I don't remember if it worked or not though.
Mine was a box, a cardboard little box, like a jewelry box thing, with a piece of foam that we cut out the shape of an egg and put the egg in. That was it.
Really.
Did it work?
I was actually really proud of mine.
It didn't work at all.
Oh,
I was gonna say.
Say mine probably didn't work either, but
mine egg dropper was amazing. We built a really big tube the width of an egg and just dropped it with the egg sitting at the top of the tube, so it just slid most of the way down and didn't hit the ground.
that's pretty smart. I like that.
That's weird.
It
Man,
worked.
that
Alright.
was such a better topic than stuff we thought was cool. It wasn't lame. Egg dropper tests.
I never had a Tamagotchi though, but do you remember like the little Pikachus?
Oh yeah, that a Pikachu Tamagotchi too. It was
It was
basically the same
basically
thing.
the same thing. Yeah, I had one of those. That was, I don't know, kind of lame. But like, it had your steps and everything.
Oh
It's one
man.
of those deals.
Gosh, you just made me think about Pokemon Yellow and how much I hate Pikachu following you around. Because like for a while he is a pretty good Pokemon, but then I get like I don't want to use him anymore, but I feel bad. I feel bad putting him away because it's like the whole point of the game is to have that animation of him following you, and I feel bad for the Pikachu. So I'm just like, I gotta keep using you, but you won't even evolve. I hate you, Pikachu.
Just won't do
But
it.
you can get all 3 starters in that version.
Yeah, man, I used to have a really cool emulator on my phone for that, and then my phone broke. And obviously, with an iPhone, you're not supposed to have that. So when I got the new one, the company was like, "Hey, man, we can't transfer it to other devices." And I was like, "That sucks." So I lost my $10 a year subscription.
Oh.
Yeah, all $10. All right. Oh, guys, I want to do a new segment on here where,
All right.
being that this Destiny patch happened, I want to bash some people on Twitter. I'm not going to read their names, but like, I want to. Oh, I have the perfect one. I'm in this Facebook group for Destiny. Where
Oh
is
my
that?
god.
Is it the PS4 one, the 30,000 one that Mason Sean started? Or
No,
is it an ad
it's
or something?
Destiny,
It's like
the game.
it's like Bungie's Destiny community
Okay.
group. Or
Okay,
something like that.
where is it?
Yeah, those groups are always great.
This guy. This is what he says. Dreg's promise is OP. Needs nerfed. The rounds literally track their target and you spawn with 42 rounds, 21 per magazine. It's unfair completely. Just look how OP it is. And then he posts his score. He killed 32 people and had a 3.2 KD. I'm just saying, I've racked up those numbers with stupid guns. Like,
Yeah.
sometimes you just get in a match where everybody sucks and you're just like, okay, with anything.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's a valid point, honestly. I listened to a lot of Crucible Radio, as I've said before, and they were just talking about this. I think it was, if not this week, then last week, in a reaction to the patch, and they were saying that basically, if you put a shitty gun in a good player's hands, they're still gonna fucking wreck everything.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Yeah.
matter what it is, you know. So, and that was part of what they were talking about in response to the patch, is like the special ammo economy and stuff like that. As I said, if you're still good with a gun, use it, because you're gonna do better than if you try and like grab a sidearm and you just can't get the hang of it. Go back to using shotguns.
Right.
You have to use them differently, so there's that. But the different weapon types are still viable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
The only here's the
But
difference with shotguns.
who's pissed about Dreg's promise?
I know, right?
Yeah.
No one
Nobody.
cares about Drake's promise.
It's so OP.
I've
All
honestly
they did-
not been killed by that gun at all, as far as I know.
It's just no one uses it.
Yeah, I'm just like, are you serious? That gun is not good.
Yeah. No, but with shotguns, all right, so with shotguns, pre-patch, people would just charge straight ahead at you and then shoot you with a shotgun, and you couldn't really do much about it. Post-patch, you have to just like serpentine, duck behind something real quick, like kind of work your way around stuff to get close, and then jump out and charge them. And if you're a good player, that's not hard to do.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff to hide behind.
I actually
It's true.
managed to bait a few sidearm, because now instead of the shotgun rushers, you get sidearm rushers. So they just run straight at you with the wormwood and spam the trigger because they think it's going to be an automatic win. And one of the funniest things that I've seen so far is you bait one of those guys out, and so they're like, like on Twilight Gap on that map on the back gunwalk area. You get one of them to come around by back heavy, and then back around that corner with your shotgun out, and they'll chase you. Like, they'll get a couple shots in, back around that corner going towards the A point. They'll chase you, and the second they round that corner, you hammer them, and they're done. And it was so funny because that happened 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
All right, you seem to be leading that way. I want to talk about my new favorite shotgun.
Okay, go ahead.
All right,
We came back to Destiny talk. See, you can't get
We
away.
did.
of course, it's barely but still a Destiny podcast.
All right.
Yeah, so just so you're aware, I've tested now the original Matador, rangefinder, rifle barrel, accurized ballistics, the whole nine.
You want aggressive?
Um, or
Yeah,
aggressive.
aggressive
I'm
ballistics.
sorry. I have that's it. My bad. And then curtain call with knee pads, which I gotta say is the most fun shotgun I've ever
Curtain call's a good
used.
one.
Last ditch, which I do not like. Invective, which I do not like. Quantoplasm, and what I call the new Matador, which I love.
Which Quantiplasm?
No, new Matador.
What's new
Wow.
Matador?
All right, so this one has rifled barrel, was it up close and personal, agrals, and what's the full auto? And it's been
Ooh.
probably
Yeah, I
the
have
most
one of
fun I've
those.
had with the shotgun lately.
What shotgun is it?
What shotgun
Uh,
is it? Oh, it is a Matador. It's
yeah,
just a
it's the
different
Matador.
roll.
It's just
Oh.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I was like confused. I was like, what? Which one is this? All right. So, what are your thoughts, Pete? You're the shotgun
I
guy.
mean, yeah, it's kind of like Steve said. You cannot just rush people now, but that has proved to be amazing. Just because the full, I mean, essentially, when I played with shotguns before, I had to kind of conserve my ammo, and it was like one shot per kill, get up close and kill them.
Mhm.
Now, with how often you lose it, you might as well just go ahead and use two or three whenever you come up to somebody, and it's proven to work pretty well with the increased special drops. I'm rarely out of ammo from just running out. Period. And
That's what I
Really?
found. Oh, good.
yeah, but I mean, I've had a ton of fun using it. It's definitely just a matter of getting better. But I'd say Quantoplasm is still totally viable. For the style hasn't changed at all.
Well, just rushing.
Um, well, rushing in the right way,
Yeah.
Yeah.
running in corners and stuff. But yeah,
Quantoplasm gives you an out. That's why it's good.
mhm.
Man.
But yeah, I mean, it's getting doubles and triples with the full auto um, Matador has been tons of fun and actually relatively easy.
Yeah, that's actually the one that I was using. I have a Matador that's got rifled barrel, rangefinder, and full auto on it. I don't have one with up close and personal full auto, but the issue with full auto before was that the pellet spread would, because of full auto, would fuck up your range. Um, but with the way shotguns are now, and the way that, like you said, playing a little more defensively, um, the full auto seems to be working out for me. I've been having a lot of fun with that.
I agree. I'm a huge fan of
It's-
full auto. Like, especially because when you lose your ammo, when you die, just dump it.
Yep.
Like, who cares?
Yeah.
Just pow, 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 pow. That's why,
Yep.
actually, Invective is one of my new favorites. Because
Really?
all I'm
Really?
doing is baiting people around a corner, and then you just wait and just shove it in their stomach and hold the trigger until they're dead.
Understandable.
It's funny with the increased ammo drops. I actually have some really well rolled shotgun loader arms from the Crucible, and I'm with you on that, Pete. I actually haven't. I've been running out of ammo now less, even when you die with it, because
Yeah.
like you immediately spawn in. You run, and like a special box is usually up because it's popping every 30 seconds or something like that, I think they said. So you just run over, grab pull the special, and then you wait, around the corner and reload it while watching your radar to make sure you're clear. And then you can run around with the shotgun again. And that strategy has actually worked out pretty well for me. We were playing Control the other night with my clanmates, like a full party, and I was doing better than usual. Still at the bottom of the leaderboard because those guys are all absolutely nuts. But it was a good night.
Yeah, dude, playing with... That night we played with Quack and all them. Quack and
Oh, God.
DW McD.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
These guys are so freaking good.
Yeah, they
Quack
actually
is-
Beat us
shout
2
out-
on 4.
Quack's insane.
Yeah.
I was
Big
watching
shout
Quack
out to those
stream.
guys, man. Quack, DW, and Merc. I don't know how you pronounce his name. I think it's Mercatiakura or something from the Destiny Ghost Stories chat. They actually ran some drills with me the other night to work on gun skill because I'm an absolute scrub with potato aim, and it really helped me out. I went from doing that with those guys when they logged off. My clan's like, "Hey, you want to play some Control?" I was like, "Absolutely, I'm ready for this."
Yeah, man.
So,
we gotta. You
was
guys down
awesome.
to do some trials after this?
Yes.
Yeah, I could probably run some trials.
I could probably play for a little.
Yeah, enjoy that.
So, let's see. What do we got? What we got? I'm trying to think of any weird presents I've gotten. I think the only thing, when I was 16, my parents gave me a golden box. Not
Oh,
little
yeah.
gold, it was cardboard spray painted gold with $100 in ones in it. I was just really confused. It's like, I can't go to the strip club yet, right? Like, that's the only thing that comes to mind when I have $100 in ones. And I was also like, I don't want to go to the strip club, right?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know. You guys ever get any weird presents?
I'm trying to
I
think.
actually, I got one for this. So, my grandparents growing up were polar opposites. The grandparents on the one side were awesome, took us everywhere, did a bunch of stuff, taught us things. My other grandmother, she wasn't exactly as active, and she was a little out of touch with things. So there was one Christmas where my brother and I got hand crank flashlights from a double pack, and it was cut down the middle. And we're just both like, you could see it was cut. We're like, what? Did you forget Christmas? Like, did you have no idea what else to buy for us, or did you forget Christmas was coming? Like, this is a very strange gift. Obviously, we didn't say that, but we're both kind of looking at each other afterwards, going, "Crank flashlights? What?" It's like it's 2000, and at that point, I think it was like 2006 or something like that. We're like,
I got a light on my phone.
yeah,
I mean, I guess phones die. Thanks for the nuclear winter present.
Right.
yeah.
right?
Right.
You never
So-
know when you're
Exactly.
gonna need a crank flashlight.
I also got a
Yep.
traffic cone once.
A traffic cone.
Yeah, my buddy was just like, "Happy birthday," and like threw a traffic cone down. I was like, Kevin, you're weird.
Nice. So it's not really a bad gift or a weird gift, but I have a thing that I like to say about cards. So I'll throw this in here. I think it should be a generally understood rule that if you send someone a card, it has to have one of two things in it. One, money, or two, something handwritten.
Yeah,
Do not send a card with no money and nothing handwritten. That's the most boring thing in the world.
I feel like both of those are individually like true. Like, don't give me a card unless you're gonna put money in it.
You better write in it. I don't care
Here's
what
my-
Hallmark says. I want to know what you say.
We got a couple of cards from the baby shower that had nothing on it. They just signed their name on it. I was like, okay.
Yeah, it's like, what's the point of that? You could have just said, like, hey, I want to get you this card. It's at Target. Go read it. And
I
it'd
took
be
a
the
picture of
same.
it on my phone. Isn't it a cool card?
There you go.
Right.
Take a picture of it on
Pretty
the phone.
much. I think I'm gonna
Happy
start
baby
writing
shower.
that on my cards. Like, I thought this was hilarious. I hope you did too.
Hey, you wrote something in it, so it counts.
That's funny. Oh man, anybody else got anything or?
Mm,
No.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no. You know what? I did. There was a Christmas in like I don't know. I think like 2008, 2009. I was a youngster, and I got a black and white TV and radio combo.
Oh,
And the
that's it.
screen was about 4 inches wide, and it could not be hooked up to cable. That was just impossible.
You just had to watch
Yeah.
VCR or VHS tapes.
No, it like picked up
Yeah.
these random 3 channels through some kind of means, and I could watch what Big Ted and Little Bill or whatever that show was that was on Saturday nights.
Oh, the Big Chuck and Little John.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Like Cleveland
That's
Public
an all-
Access.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
And all they really talk about was the Indians.
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
Browns.
Not even the Browns, because like they just even in the winter, it's like, well, Indians are coming up soon.
And that's weird, like a weird local thing. It's Big Chuck
Yeah.
and Little John.
Right?
Um,
Show
we
us
got
pretty,
about-
though.
I think we got like 10 or 15 minutes left. No, we started 10 minutes late today, didn't we?
Yeah. So we got 20 minutes.
All right, we got two more topics. We're gonna do a lightning round topic. Scott, why don't you introduce your topic?
The Destiny Cards Against Humanity one,
No.
or the okay, that'll be another thing. So we were talking about this a couple days ago. Saturday morning cartoons. What's your ultimate lineup? From the 80s and 90s usually is what we're looking at.
Oh, boy.
Mine I have as Exo Squad, starting off. Star Wars Clone Wars, SWAT Cats, the old Transformers from like the 80s. Yeah, that was ridiculous. I love that show with the fighter plane and all that. It was nuts. The fact that they could build all that shit out of military hardware, like that's something I would totally do. Transformers, like the 80s Transformers, not any of the new stuff because I'm not really a fan of that.
The newest one is good. The Netflix one.
Yes. Yeah,
That one's
yeah,
good.
that one. I've seen a couple episodes of that. That's pretty good. Mask, if anybody remembers Mask. I think that's kind of cheesy at this point. I don't know if it's held up or not. But I remember I used to love that show when I was a kid. The G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero series, that was the one from the 80s, not the 90s one that had like the guy with the football grenades. That was just bad. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the 91 to 94, like that, early
OG.
area before they started getting all weird. The 90s X-Men cartoon, because that got me into X-Men. I love that show. And my top, like the headliner for that, Batman the Animated Series.
Heck yeah.
Okay. I've got many ideas about this.
Give
but
me like
number one,
a top five.
all right,
Yeah.
top five. All right, I'm gonna say I've got to say the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from the '90s.
Okay.
Solid. Probably Justice League, the one that aired. I think it was like early 2000s actually.
Unlimited or of
Yes.
America?
Of America, the first run. Batman, Flash, Superman, Wonder Woman, that whole group.
Okay.
Hold on a second. I'm losing my train of thought. Invader Zim, of course. Pretty much necessary.
That's good. Yeah.
And then screw it, I'm just jumping to number one. Kablam.
Oh
Pretty much
man,
the best thing that's ever been on TV.
Oh man.
I work with a guy who listens to ska nonstop, and I always just think about Kablam at work.
Nice.
All right, who's
Yeah.
up next?
That shows.
All right, I'll go. All right, so for me, Ninja Turtles for sure. I wanted to do Transformers, but I'm gonna go with something a little more near and dear to me. Beast Wars, the first one. Second one was garbage. Then Reboot.
Damn it, dude! I literally just wrote that one down.
Reboot was dope, and yeah, as soon as you start talking, you forget. X-Men's on mine as well.
Oh, I forgot Earthworm Jim.
I never watched that once.
I don't know. Well, I'll leave it at that. That'll be good.
Oh man, Nathan, you got any?
Yeah, I mean, most of them have been said, but like X-Men 1, that was good. Beast Wars, watched that a lot. I watched like the Sonic cartoon from the 90s, if you remember watching that at all. It was like Sonic running around with a bunch of like little.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Which
Sonic
one, though?
Adventures, I think it was
funny
called.
version or the dramatic version? Because there was two versions.
Oh, I don't know. I just had like a tape, couple tapes of it, like the VHS, and then what else? Forget what it was, but there's this show with like it was like little kid and like giant robot thing, and they went around to save the day. Remember? It's like a little
Full
ginger
Metal
kid that
Alchemist?
flew around. No, no.
Mm.
I don't remember.
I forget what it was called, but yeah, that's
This is gonna bug me now because it sounds like something I would have watched.
um,
Yeah, right.
yeah, I don't know what it was called, man.
Man, like all of mine are freaking Nickelodeon.
That's fine.
Well, go for it, dude.
All right, I got 5. Okay, Doug. I loved Doug.
Oh, yeah.
Like I feel like this is stuff that I would want to watch.
It's great.
Um,
Watch Doug too.
See, this is kind of a
Killer
mix of things that like I
tofu.
would want to watch now because Doug just relaxes me because that dude's such a square. I like watching boring Doug. Just Doug funny, bro.
Right.
Dexter's Lab was a good one.
Oh yeah.
I like
Still
that
a
show a lot. Hey Arnold, and then
Okay.
Rocket Power because I love
Oh,
skateboarding.
heck
Yeah.
yeah. Rocket Power was
Rocket
great.
Power was tight. Although, actually, now that I think about it, I feel like that show isn't really that good. It was just like, hey, they got skateboards.
I think it was
Oh no.
Tito was good.
Yeah,
Just Tito.
Yeah.
Tito and Twister.
Plus, just their general shoobies. Such a great word.
West Coast kids,
Yeah.
bro. And my number one that I would want, this is actually a Saturday morning cartoon. It was on one Saturday morning, that program on whatever. It's Recess.
Oh,
I really loved Recess.
yeah.
good.
When I was in high school, there's this kid in band played the flute. This like huge dude always wore like a gross white T-shirt. He looked exactly like Mikey from Recess. It was great, except he had a little chin hair because we were in high school.
Oh.
It was like the Mikey all grown up.
Right.
Oh, anyway, I forgot to mention, but I also would have put Gargoyles in my list. 'Cause I love
Gargoyles.
the show
Gargoyles.
That
so
was a
much.
good one.
Oh, I found my last one. 90s Darkwing Duck. Loved Darkwing
Isn't that
Duck.
Quack's picture in Slack?
It's one of them. I know he changed it. Usually it's the duck with the gold chain on the shades.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Shout out to Quack again. Wow. What up, bro? Let's go into our last segment. This is our guest interview with Nathan Rogers. Nathan's in a band. They're called Sorry Mom. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your band? I don't know, like, what would you say Sorry Mom is for fans of? I have a couple, but I want to hear what you think.
That's something I actually have a little bit of trouble with because I don't really listen to anything like that's similar to it. Like I used to listen to more. So it's kind of like a heavier. Used to be more of a pop punk band, but it's gotten heavier and a little more. I'll say, like I don't want to call it like hardcore, and it's not metal, but it's not pop punk either. So I don't really know what to call it, but I really don't know.
It's kind of like those things.
Yeah.
It's very reminiscent to me, at least what the first 3 songs I listened to on the Bandcamp today, of like that transition period we all went through when we went from pop punk to listening to hardcore. It feels like, or it sounds like the transition.
Yeah,
If that makes
I feel
sense.
that, but like
A lot
better.
of these, like stuff I listened to
Yeah.
in, like late middle school or
Yeah.
freshman year of high school, like 2004, kind of, but also still like 2005 pop punk stuff.
Yeah.
Like a mix of
Yeah,
that is what it reminds me of.
Yeah,
But I don't really know any current bands like that, really.
right.
It reminds
Yeah,
me a lot
just
of the
like-
band Vana.
Vana.
I don't know if anybody
I don't
ever listened to
remember.
them. They were pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I think you've played them for me before, but I don't really remember.
I don't know, it's very like it's very much a nostalgic sound, but like I
Yeah,
don't
exactly.
feel like it sounds like dated. I feel like it sounds relevant.
No,
still,
yeah.
but it's very nostalgic.
It would have been nice if you guys existed when we were going through that transition period. You'd have fit right there. there wasn't anything. You had to jump from like Green Day to Atreyu, and there wasn't any. What are you gonna
Right.
do in between?
Something in between. I don't know. I
Yeah,
went through a lot of different phases around that time. So
yeah. I dug it though. It's good.
So you play lead guitar, correct?
yes.
Why don't being that Scott and I are guitar players, Steve's a guitar player, Pete's a bass player. We all play music here. Why don't we do something new? Let's do a little rig rundown. What do you use?
Ooh, I like that.
I use this thing that's called an Axe-Fx, which is like a amp modular effects and stuff in it. I use that when I play with this band. But I use like a little combo amp when I play with other bands and stuff because I don't really need like the heavier sounds or some effects. So I do a lot of other playing and I'm lazy, don't want to carry all that stuff. So it's like just take a little amp, some pedals. So
What kind of guitars do you like to play? Like, what's your main guitar?
I like Parker guitars. Those are fun. Kind of like weird shaped. And I got into those because I really like this band called The Human Abstract. If any of you know them, they're like one of the like metalcore bands, but I don't know. I just saw them using those live before I ever even really played guitar, and then a few years later, I found one for sale. So I'm like, oh, I remember these guys using that, and I really like them. And when you first start playing guitar or drums or whatever, you just get the thing that's from the guy you like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's I like that
Logical.
band. This guitar must be sweet, right? But
Yeah, in your case, it actually is
saw
sweet.
using that, and I got that.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's actually really, really sweet. This is cool. Other than that, like Strats, Telecasters, Fender stuff. I've got an 8-string guitar that I don't really use that much
I can
anymore.
see it. It's behind you.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. That's I don't really have much of a need for that anymore, honestly. But I
No
still
more,
have it.
not Genton anymore.
No.
Let's see, what are you guys up to right now? What's the future for Sorry Mom? What's going on?
Just starting to play more shows. We haven't played too many lately. We just put out a music video not that long ago and an EP, and I think October. So now we're just trying to get some tours and stuff put together on that.
Nice.
So it will be happening soon.
Awesome.
Yeah, I know we were talking and you were like, I don't know if I can say some stuff yet.
Right. We don't have everything 100% in place, but so I don't want to say anything and have it not be true.
Well, good news is
I know.
at the top of the screen you can find all these links. We'll go through those. Do we have anybody else have any questions? I'm trying to think.
No.
I think that's pretty much the
I think
basics.
so. Yeah.
And I think that pretty much wraps up this show. So
Well, where can we listen to Sorry Mom?
yeah, let's go ahead and do that for the audio listeners.
So we're on Spotify and Apple Music, but also like I think it's sorrymomoh.bandcamp.com, facebook.com/sorrymomoh, and then Instagram is also that, but
And
can't
Twitter.
listen to much music on there really other than little minute clips. So any of those other places.
Cool. Yeah. Who else wants to go?
Okay. I'll go. I'm Xanafan711 on everything. PSN, Twitch, Twitter. Hit me up.
I think we'll probably be streaming on Xanafan's account because my internet is balls. So if you guys, anybody wants to watch it, Xanafan, Scott, and I do trials.
Be terrible at trials.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're gonna scrub it up. It's gonna be bad.
Scott,
You
where
guys
can
have
people
fun.
find you?
Flash.
You can find me on Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter. Actually, I just got a Twitter today. Still trying to figure it out. Slapshot Scott. The O's are zeros. And, of course, PSN is SlapshotFet19. The O is 0, and the E is 3.
Pete Proctor.
All right, yeah. Proctor 777 PROKTER, and that can only be found on PSN because I don't have social media. So,
It's true. He doesn't.
Yeah.
He got a Facebook like last year, but
So
we're
if
not
you-
giving that out.
If you
Yeah.
want to ask Proctor a question, ask at the show Twitter.
Yeah, I can see
Yeah.
that.
I am Detective Ben Malone. Ben Malone all my life. Live Malone, die Malone. You can find me on PSN, Twitter, everything, YouTube, Twitch at DETBENMALONE. You can email us at barelyadestinyshow@gmail.com. Please email us questions. Email us a video of you doing some hype shit in Crucible. Even in PvP, if you do something real sweet, then, send us an email with that video
Yeah.
clip. We want to play it on the show. Your band wants to be on the show, just send us an email, man. That's all it takes. Give us a link
Yeah.
to your Bandcamp. Tell us a little bit about it. It's not hard. You can also
Or
find us
Twitter.
on Twitter. Yes, we are at barelyads because somebody took bad show.
Yeah, that would have been so much better.
Hey,
Oh.
and then we want your questions on Twitter. And since it's barely ADS, we'll do a hip fire segment. We'll call it that, the hip fire. Quick shot. Bam, bam, bam. Rapid
Nice.
fire.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Send us your last word clips.
Send us your last word questions.
Yeah.
Can I
Not
just
to-
send you a picture of my last word with addendum on it? Because I'm terrible with that gun.
We do have one Twitter. It's not really a question, but we got a Twitter thing. And I can't find it. I can find it.
No.
I'm not going to. Okay, here it is. It's from at CatDadCassettes. Says at barely ADS. I would love to come on the show and talk cassettes and video games and toys if you never need a guest. If you ever need a guest, not never need a guest. He's referring to our last episode where we talked with Tyler Brown from Ghost Slime. Ghost Slime's on Cat Dad Cassettes. I even have one upstairs. I wish I would have brought it with me. But he's going to be on the
Oh.
show. All he did was
Yep.
Twitter us. Now he's on the
He
show.
just messaged me actually like 10 minutes ago on our Twitter. He woke up late. It sounded like he had a similar night to my night last night. But perhaps next week, man, we'll be in touch.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
just email us. Send us a
Nice.
tweet.
Yeah.
That's all,
Yeah,
guys.
do it.
Nathan, what
Hey.
Sorry Mom songs should I listen to off of Guild? What's your favorite two to play?
Favorite two to play. Silent is fun, and Guild is the one we just did for the video for.
So we'll play Guild. Is the video on YouTube?
Rooted is a fun one for me to play too. I like that one.
Is the video for Guild on YouTube?
Yeah,
Oh, I'm gonna pull it up. We'll play the video on here.
go for it.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, this is our first band with music video, right?
No, Ghost Slime
Oh.
had one.
Oh yeah, you guys. Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for listening. You can catch us next Sunday at 2 p.m. or maybe a little bit later because we do things late on Twitch TV/DetBenMalone. See you guys later. Peace out.
See you on the stream.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Second chance for the method you're installing. I can tell Away from my shallow dreams.